Hello guys, Kem Cho. So this is the 15th tutorial of our Lightning Web component series, and in this tutorial we are going to learn how we can pass a markup from parent component to child component. In the previous 2 or 3 lecture we learned how we can pass a data from parent to child, how we can call a method from parent to child component. So in this video we are going to learn how we can pass a markup from parent component to child component. Markup is like anything like a HTML tag, like a div tag, p tag, anything. So let's start. So for that, passing markup from parent component to child component, LWC framework one most important tag which name is the slot. So let's start and let's start and see how we can use a slot for the passing a markup from parent component to child component. So I already opened my local development server, and right now I am in my parent and child component, and in the child component I write a message hello developer, and in the parent component I simply connect our child component and parent component. So you can see our final output look like this. And now let's start and try to pass some markup from parent component to child component. So first of all, like markup is anything. So in the passing the data we pass here like as a argument, and calling for method we retrieve a element and then after call. So passing the markup we need to pass markup which we want to pass is right here. Like I want to pass a markup and message like I am in parent, I am from parent component. Okay, I am from parent component. So this is the message which we pass from parent component to child component. So let's see our message is printed over here or not. So no, here not printed. So for that, so simply we pass the markup like simply p tag. So in the child element we provide a tag which retrieve that markup which we pass from the parent component. So for that, LWC framework have one tag called slot. So when we now see, and so you can see our output is okay. Our p element I am from parent component is now printed over here. So let's understand how it can work. So first of all, this is the connector, right? And in the connector, between the connector tag we pass some markup, like in our case we pass simply p tag. For the retrieving that markup we need to provide a tag in our child component. So you can see slot, this is the tag, and between the slot our markup is placed. So if you are deeply understanding, so what it will do, so here this p tag which we pass from parent component is passed from here to here, and output will be like this. So this is the our final output, and which will be print from the output side. So here this is the our final HTML template. So here the slot, and this is the unnamed slot. We have two type of slot, name slot and unnamed slot. This is the unnamed slot which we simply pass and pass any type of markup and retrieve from here. So let's understand, if we need to pass more and more from we pass a lots of markup here, and we have one slot, we have only one slot. So you can see any how many, you can see all the markup is retrieved from the one slot. What if we have more than one slot in our child component? So let's try it, and I paste it 3 times over here, and then after try to see how our output is look like. So you can see our output is 3 times. Okay, so here first behavior is one slot is retrieve all the markup from parent component, and second slot also retrieve all the markup from the parent component, and up to how many slot we have. So that's the work of slot. So here we have unnamed slot. So now let's provide the name. So name of the this is first slot, and after that in the second slot name will be second slot. Okay, so this is the slot, and third slot is by default slot. So now let's understand and how we can pass a named slot, how we can pass a markup from a named slot. So first of all, you can see here P, and now this P will pass from second. So for that, simply write slot and name of the slot, and for the differentiate this element we write, okay, we write some different message so we can easily identify our output. And now let's try. So you can see our, so for that in the first slot, okay, this slot will be all markup right here. Okay, now let's refresh and we can see what will be our output. Okay, so you can see only that. So this is the name slot. So here we provide simple slot and name of the slot, which is second slot. So now let's understand event of the slot. So first of all, let's assign an event from our slot tab, slot element. So on slot change, in event handler like change handler, and now define change handler in our JS file. So simply not the big deal, simply we log it and say I am working. Okay, so this is our event handler is defined, already defined. And now first of all, let's see. So this is the by default, and now when we change in our this slot, like this is the child element. So if the any change in this slot, like in the parent component we change some markup, like here we already provide like p tag and simply hello, and we can see output is like I am working. And after that we pass one element like C child, and now we again define a slot and try to see our output. So here, because of refresh, and that first output is already erased, so you can see when we any change in our parent component in the tag connector tag, so every time this message I am working is printed because of this event is every time fire. And when the slot any type of change in the slot is happened, that time this change handler is run and go to the print this output I am working in our console. So this is the event so this is all about the slot. I hope you guys all understand all the things, and that's it for the today, and we will meet again in the next video. So goodbye.